welcome to Art and Fashion. We're here with Kristin, Ryan, Shea McDougall.
Yeah, that works.
Hi, Kristin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome on the show.
Yeah, thanks. It's exciting. I've seen you do so many. Now it's my turn.
All right. Well, you're an artist, and you do all sorts of art. You do illustration, painting, collage art. What else do you do? Tell me.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I do a lot of painting. I draw every day, like every artist should. And but I mainly do collage, and it's actually been a really cool journey going from just doing small ones to doing ones like I hung in paper doll vintage that are 6 feet tall. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's what I do.
So what's your background with art?
I've made art since as far back as I can remember, and I don't know, I've always loved it and I've always done it, and it's been kind of an automatic thing for me no matter what's been going on in my life. I'm fascinated by art history. When I was 15, I met Jeff Fisher, of course, which opened up a whole new world to me about drawing and seeing. And I don't know, it's just something I always make time for, and it's really important to me, so that's the only thing about it.
You also do printmaking as well, right?
Now, yeah.
So let's go through like an evolution of the mediums that you've worked through. Where did you start? When did you get into working with different mediums? And is there something you're looking to try in the future?
Yeah, well, I just started off with painting and drawing. I never worked in oil though. And then collage came because I actually got a bass guitar from a friend, and he just told me to do anything I wanted with it. So I ended up cutting out all these birds from a National Geographic and kind of covering this bass guitar and birds. And after that, he traded me a couple of Playboy magazines back for it. And then once I started cutting those up and using the old advertisements, it really just got me going in a totally different direction. Then I started getting more like Life magazine and putting a little bit more of a political message into my work rather than just making it look pretty. And then I ended up going back to Stony Brook University, and that's when I started to paint with oil, and that's also how I got back into printmaking. And I've been thinking about maybe in the future doing something with sound. Since I was in a band, I've been interested in the way sound works and how it can make you feel. Maybe in combination with video art, installation, something like that.
Mm-hmm. You said you hadn't worked in oil prior to Stony Brook University. You didn't do a portrait series that was oil, or was that acrylic?
Well, those are oil sticks, actually. You're getting really technical right now. But I did. And I actually made a giant portrait of you and one of my sister and myself and a couple of other people. But yeah, but I didn't paint those. I drew them in oil. But technically you are right.
I caught you. So those were shown at Toast in Port Jeff, right?
Yes.
Where else have you exhibited?
A lot of different places. It's been a long time, but I always say, like, I'll just take any show that anyone gives to me. Some of the more recent ones, Walt Whitman Birthplace with Spark Boom, Ripe Gallery, Sherry's Gallery, which I think is the most beautiful gallery on Long Island right now, and I think she's doing a phenomenal job. You know, and then just other random, you know, I've shown my art in bars. I'll show it anywhere, just so people will see it and buy it. And now it's at Paper Doll Vintage. Yay! Until the end of the month.
You go to school at Stony Brook right now. Do you think Stony Brook is a great school for people looking to develop their artwork? And
I think it's underfunded, the undergraduate program, but I think it's really interesting to be in a multidisciplinary school, because I went to the School of Visual Arts for 1 year, and as amazing that experience, of course, there's nothing like it. However, you're just so focused with art, you're not really exposed to other things. And I feel like at Stony Brook, you're exposed to, you know, bio majors who are taking a painting class, and then you start a conversation, you learn something you could have never learned had you not been kind of mixed in with all the different disciplines that Stony Brook offers.
Now, have you done any commissioned work? You mentioned the guitar before and things like that.
Yeah.
Have you done artwork for any sort of editorials or any sort of bands or magazines?
Yeah, I've done artwork for a couple bands, my band, and a couple others. And then commissioned work, not really. I usually like to trade and barter things. I had a drawing once in Long Island Pulse magazine, you know, things here and there, but mostly I just make a bunch of work and then put it out in the world and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And are you available for commissions if somebody likes your style and was interested in using it for something?
Yeah, I did a mural for my, it wasn't a commission, I just donated a mural for my daughter's playgroup. And it at her school, it's a giant ocean scene.
That was really
with an
cool.
orca. Yeah, it was. Actually, one of the fathers is a marine biologist, and he kind of checked on me, and they all looked pretty anatomically correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I was happy about that.
So, what is like the best way to contact you?
The best way to contact me is email, and it's KristinRyanShea@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or Facebook or Instagram.
And if somebody wants to see your work, what is your Facebook or Instagram page?
It's Kristin Ryan Shea Art, and my Instagram is Oiseaux et Lapin, which, if you don't speak French, means birds and bunnies. And you can look it up, but I'm sure if you Google my name, you'll
How's
find
it spelled?
I didn't know we were going to be doing spelling today. Okay, OISEUXETLAPINS. Oiseaux et Lapin.
Great. So email, Facebook, Instagram, website?
www.KristinRyanShea.com.
Okay, and then people would be able to see images of your work on any of those sites. Are you working on any projects right now?
I just finished my semester at Stony Brook, so I'm a little art-wise worn out. So what I usually go to then is writing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been doing a ton of writing and journaling, and it's kind of how I build my ideas up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now what other artists have inspired you with your work?
So many. Some of my favorites are David Hockney. I really like R. Crumb, and I like Joan Mitchell. And actually, one of my professors at Stony Brook, Howardina Pindell, she's an incredible artist and an incredible feminist artist, who just got into the MoMA. She's on the 4th floor. But Otto Dix, German post-expressionism. I'm like heavily influenced by Byzantine art, religious art from medieval times. But I don't know, everything. That thing on the wall inspires me, you know, so it's kind of one of those difficult things. But artist-wise, those would be a couple of them.
Do you find it important for young and growing artists to reference other art when developing their own work?
Yeah, super important. And it's funny because going to Stony Brook and being, 10 years older than everybody there, you realize how little art history they know. And I'm bringing up Jeff again only because it makes perfect sense right now. Where when I was 15, before I ever even thought about going to college, he had instilled the importance of knowing about art history and using it to make your work more rich and better. And the other thing is I think it's really important to sketch every day and keep like a Moleskine or a notebook or like a pile of napkins in your pocket just in case, because some of the best things I've ever come up with have just been on little scraps of paper. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Is there anything you would like to add?
Yeah, but you know what? I'll let everybody get in touch with me, and if you have any questions, I will answer them for you.
Good point. Good
Okay.
point. Leave a little mystery to everything.
Yeah. Well, that's like my middle name, Mystery, amongst the other names that you mentioned.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show, Kristin. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you about you and your artwork. And
Thanks.
I guess I will see everybody next week on the Daily Blue. Thanks for tuning in.